Hey, welcome back to my channel. Finally, I'm posting another video on Candyland. It has been so long since I've sat down in front of a camera and talked to you guys here on my channel. It's actually been since before I left for spring break in Cancun, because anything that posted between now and then was all pre-filmed before vacation. And I just haven't had time to film a video. Ever since we've gotten back from spring break, I have been 100% immersed into doing taxes, 2017 taxes. I always wait until April. I want to say I always wait till the last minute, but I noticed last year I think I filed on April 13th or 14th. So it was a day or two or whatever before taxes were due. And then this year I got them done the night before they were due at 3:30 in the morning. So I guess technically it was on tax day, since it was already the next day, 3:30 in the morning. So I don't know, I'm just glad to have that behind me. I need to start getting organized for 2018. Everything is just shoved in a file so far, and Ken and I were actually talking, and he would like to take over my spreadsheets and different things like that I keep track of expenses and such for an income and all that for all of our businesses, because he actually likes doing it, and I like doing it too. I've always enjoyed it even before I started doing YouTube as a career, and I always handled like the accounts and taxes and things like that for you know, our recruiting business. But I don't know, I'm kind of just like, it's not like I'm still gonna do taxes and like be the one to like finalize everything, but he's gonna keep up with it more on like a weekly basis, so I'm not like slammed at the end just trying to get it all done and organized. So that's kind of nice. And let's see what else is going on. So been busy with taxes. My next thing to get done is starting to plan graduation parties. Well, actually only one graduation party. Andrew's graduating from college. That's coming up here first week in May. He graduates from college. Then there's prom. There's Carly's last dance competition of the season, and then her final recital. Both are in May. Blake's graduation, he graduates from high school. He's done with classes. He has his final exams the last week in May. And then we're going out of town. So we have a fun trip coming up in May. And then Blake he has his graduation in June. And we're gonna have his graduation party towards the end of June. So we still have some time. But I want to get out like the invitations and the announcements for his graduation, because even though like usually it's only just like close family that comes to their, you know, formal where they walk or whatever you want to call it for graduation, you still kind of send those announcements out with their senior picture, and I know I say picture wrong, but with their senior picture and then their announcement for the graduation party. And I don't have any of that stuff done yet. I know when everything is going to be, I just don't have the formal I have the announcements, I don't have the graduation party announcements. And then we need to make the what do you call it, like reservation for catering. We had Andrew's graduation party catered, and I just won't do it any other way. We don't see our friends a lot. Like, you know, we had a Christmas party where a lot of our friends got to come and see our house and stuff for the first time, and I was so excited. We sent out like so many invitations, and we were like, how many people do you think are gonna come? And like almost everybody came, and it was an amazing party. And I wish it could have lasted 10 more hours, because it like wasn't enough time to talk to everyone. But I feel like Blake's graduation party is going to be the same way. We're going to see a lot of friends that we don't really get to see all that often throughout the year. And I just want to spend my time, you know, talking to people and that sort of thing, not worrying about food. And I feel like when you do, don't get me wrong, I love going to those graduation parties where there's like 50 different food options and choices to pick from. But I feel like you're spending so much time replenishing food, and you're trying to keep 20 different dishes warm and all that. And when we got it catered, they had like those hot food trays, and like with those little burner things that kept everything warm. We had like chicken chunks and meatballs and salad and cheesy potatoes and mac and cheese, and I forget what vegetable. I think we had corn or green beans, I can't remember. But like rolls and salad. Did I already say salad? And it really, at the end of the day, did not cost as much as what we thought it was going to be. So we were like, we will never not do this again. Actually, we had our Christmas party catered. We did the same thing because we didn't want to have to cook a ton of food, and everybody just brought like dishes and desserts and stuff. And we ended up getting way too much food for the Christmas party, and so we need to make sure we don't get too much food again for the graduation party. But yeah, so I just feel like, I don't know, I just have so many things on my checklist at the same time. Like, it was only, well, it says it's 53 degrees outside today. I just got done doing some yard work, and I know 53 is like not that warm. A lot of you guys probably think it's cold, but I'm just so excited for like warmer weather, being able to go outside and do some stuff in the yard. And we're going to be opening our pool soon, and summer's going to be here, and the kids are going to be done with school. I know I'm getting ahead of myself because they go till the middle of June practically, but still, like, everything's going to be dying down. 2 of my boys are going to be graduated. Soon we'll have the discussion with you guys, probably on our family nest, or maybe even a future podcast, to what Blake's plans are for his future. I know we haven't talked about it a whole lot yet, or not really at all yet, because Ken, Blake, and I have been in a lot of discussions and making decisions and that sort of thing. So we'll be talking about that soon. And I don't know, just it's weird. Like, I feel I'm like starting to feel old in a sense, because I mean, my gosh, Andrew's gonna be 23 this year. He's graduated from college, and yet there's like a part of me that is so excited about, I still have 2 kids in school. Chase and Carly will both be in high school, but then I have these like 2 adults, and I'm not bummed that they're all still living at home. I will be honest. I love that they are both still going to be at home. I know Andrew's probably going to be on his way out soon as he finds a full-time job, you know, once he graduates and stuff. So I'm savoring every last moment of him being home. And when we take our trip here soon, the whole entire family's going. They're all bringing friends, girlfriends. It's just gonna be like, I actually, when we booked the house, because we're staying in a house on the beach, and I don't want to tell you guys too much, and I know we're not sharing yet where we're going, but when I found the house, it was this like yellow beach house, and I actually started crying because I've always had this like vision of this is exactly what we're doing. This is like a dream come true. It's one of like the simplest little vacation trips we're taking. Just renting this beach house and everyone just hanging out together, and I don't know, playing board games and cooking out on the grill and watching movies or whatever we're gonna do for the trip. It just is like something I've always envisioned doing in my life someday. And the fact that I've always pictured a yellow house, and that we found a yellow house, just, I don't even know how, because we booked it again, like always, so last minute. I was just like in tears, like so excited. So I can't wait for that trip. And then we have some things coming up this summer, and I don't know, just everything in life just feels pretty good for us right now. I'm just excited about that, and happy to see what's to come for our future. And you know, I did want to kind of say that here on my channel, I really wish I had time to make more videos. I would love to be able to post like at least, I don't know, ideally like 3 videos a week on my channel, like maybe a Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing. It's just so difficult to find the extra time. And you know, I'm still helping Carly with her channel, and there for a while she was doing really good with posting 2 videos a week, or like, you know, Saturday and Sunday. And the last couple, maybe 2-3 weeks, we've only done one each weekend, and I'm okay with that. She said, you know, I kind of just don't want to like have to work too hard on my channel until summertime, and so we're kind of just playing it by ear. If she has time to film 2 videos, she does. If she doesn't, she doesn't. Like, even if she didn't have time to film any, I wouldn't be like, I don't care either way, but she does at least always kind of come up with one idea for each week. So yeah, what else do I want to update you guys on? Oh, so for my channel too, you know, we had filmed, Andrew and I filmed the podcast episode where he talked all about college for like an hour long. It was our longest podcast ever. And we actually filmed that before we went to Mexico, but I just did not have time to go through and edit it. And there's not much editing with the podcast, but the camera that I use to film for the podcast, it stops recording after like 20-25 minutes. So there is always a cut in the podcast where I have to get up, restart the camera, and it's happened more than once that we don't notice that it stops recording. So we'll have like a frame in our podcast where it's like a frozen frame for a minute. We're still talking, but there's just no video to go with it. No big deal. It doesn't ruin the podcast. It just makes for a little weird scene in the video. But anyways, we had filmed that before we went on vacation. I was supposed to get it edited and posted before we left, and then we weren't gonna like miss a beat. We were gonna have one posted every week, and it just didn't happen. And then with taxes, I was like, as much as I would love to get another podcast up, I just don't have time. And so I recently had a conversation with Andrew, and he's like, you know, oh, you're not posting another podcast this week? And I was like, no, I just haven't had time. He's like, oh, come on, let's just knock one out. Let's just do it real quick. And I probably could have, and I could have made it work, but I don't know. I've toyed around with the idea of maybe only putting one up every other week until summertime, just because things are so crazy, but I don't know. So I don't know. So I can't really make like an official announcement about that because I'm just not really sure. I feel like I want to do every week, but I just don't know if I can for sure make that happen. But anyways, I know Ken and I think we're gonna film the next one tomorrow, or possibly on Monday. So we'll definitely have one up this next week. And if you guys ever have suggestions for our podcast, please feel free to leave them down in the comments below, or you can email me, like anything. Like if we get any good like viewer emails, we'll actually like read your email and answer your question. And it can even be a simple question like that we'll just answer like at the end of one of our podcasts. You can email them to me at podcast@ourfamilynest.com if you are interested in doing that. So some things that I want to do here on my channel though is I want to do more recipes, and I want to do more cleaning videos. And if there's anything else that you guys want to see, comment those down below. And then Ken was suggesting, he said maybe I should do more videos where like maybe I'm doing a recipe but I have like Chase help me for one of them or something, like kind of have the kids in my videos a little bit so it's not just me all the time. Oh, here was the other thing I was going to talk about, the book club. I feel like every month doing 3 books has just been a little bit of a struggle. I'm usually a week or so behind, and then it seems like every week I'm posting a book club video. And it's definitely not like the most highly watched videos on my channel, but as I've shared with you guys before, I was doing the book club not just for my viewers, I was doing it for myself too. So even if I only have like, you know, 50 people or 500 people or 1,000 people, whatever it is that are watching those videos or enjoying my book reviews, I'm okay with that, because a lot of it was doing it for myself because I just love to read it, and it encourages me to read. But I was thinking that I should only maybe do 1 or maybe 2 books per month. So I'm actually gonna put a poll up in the corner right now in this video. Do you guys think I should do 1 a month, 2 a month, or leave it at 3? So I'll start with that. I'll try to get your guys' feedback and then decide what I want to do. I just have a feeling that 3 is just too many. And I'm thinking if I only do 1 or 2, I would have 1 video each month at the beginning of the month announcing what those books are, and then 1 video for each month reviewing those 1 or 2 books together in 1 video. So there's not so many book club videos. I think it would be easier for me and quicker to edit, post, all that good stuff if I'm only doing 2 book club videos on my channel. So let me know with that. So what else? Life update. One thing I guess I probably don't talk a lot about, and I've been thinking about maybe talking about this more, and we kind of wanted to do this a little bit on our podcast, but we haven't really like dove into it a whole lot yet. We're hoping to get like listener or viewer questions about marriage and stuff. Like maybe if someone had something that was going on in their marriage, maybe you're having issues with trust or financial issues or issues raising your teenagers or something like that. Like I feel like it's more helpful to get questions from people so then we know like how to approach the subject, like what to share about it in terms of our own experiences. It's really hard to just say like, oh, let's talk about trust today. Like you need somewhere to start, I guess. So I suppose we could like pull a story out of something that happened in our lives and kind of go off of that. But I would love to get questions from you guys and then go from there. But anyways, my point was going to be, I would love to have like more conversations going on my channel about relationships. And recently, like Ken and I had this big discussion, and it was talking about things anywhere from like YouTube to our recruiting business to how much I work and how much time him and I actually spend together, how much time in my life is taken up by like, I don't know, other things in my life other than my kids, because obviously my kids are my priority. And for the longest time I've always felt like when I've done any other thing in my day other than take care of my kids or do things for my kids, like I'm doing right now, picking Carly up from dance, getting Andrew dinner, I'm either working or I'm dealing with things that are like, I don't know, I want to call them like a time suck, but that's like really sounds bad. Like I don't know what else to call it. Just things that at the end of the day I don't feel like I was very productive. Like I didn't utilize my time wisely. So then here it is like 11 o'clock at night and it's time to go to bed, and I haven't really spent any time with Ken. We haven't had any good quality time together. Really no good conversations. Like the day almost feels like it went by and I was like, wow, I barely said 2 words to him because we were just so busy that day. And so we just had a really long conversation about how we could make a few changes in our day-to-day lives, especially Monday through Friday when the kids are at school, even though it's going to be summer soon, where we could make sure we are spending more quality time with each other. And we actually did that today and it was fun. And here it was like 7 o'clock at night and he's like, I feel like we accomplished so much today and got so much done, and it's only 7 o'clock at night. And now it's like, and then we still have time to like spend time without each other, because I feel like that's important too. Like I don't want to be like 24/7 together like this every second of the day. I do feel like you need your space. So, you know, maybe he plays a video game or I read or watch Grey's Anatomy and he's playing golf on his phone or whatever he does. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like the true meaning of, I feel like the true source of happiness in our marriage is finding the balance of like all those things. And so, I don't know. I feel that's like another thing that I'm really happy and excited about today, because we just talked about some little changes that we could make that could just affect our relationship more positively. And I think the big part of that is both of us just kind of like doing away with some of this like nonsense stuff that, you know, just isn't, I don't want to say not important, but it's just stuff that we need to prioritize more, like what we should be spending our time on, so we do have time to be spending time with each other, if that makes sense. So I don't even know if any of that made sense and if I should even put it in the video. I do this all the time where it's like in my head, but I don't do a good job of sharing it verbally with you guys. So, but I'm gonna go in, get Andrew's food, go get Carly from dance, and go home. And after working in the yard today, my feet hurt so bad, but at the same time, it's like a good hurt. I don't know if that makes sense. Like if you work out or exercise or you go outside and do yard work, and I'm terrible, obviously, at exercising, or I'd probably be a lot thinner, or not even a lot thinner, thin at all. No, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I hate exercising, but to go out in the yard and do yard work and like see my hard work, like I'm being productive, like I accomplished something, I enjoy doing that. So kind of saying like, if we come out here and do a little bit of this work every day for like 2 hours or whatever, like that's just as good as working out. So anyways, but my feet hurt so bad, and I have pretty comfortable boots, but I don't know, my feet just hurt, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to take a bath or get in the hot tub, but I think I'm gonna take a bath and watch Grey's Anatomy. That's my plan for the night. So thank you guys for listening to my rambling. This car chat ended up being a little bit longer than I expected it to, but if you do enjoy listening to me and you love hearing me ramble, hopefully you enjoyed this video. So I hope you guys are having a good week. Make it a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves, do something fun, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.